W Sports.
Welcome once again to Group W Cable's sports presentation of American Legion Baseball. I'm Christopher Glenn along with Sam Rockwood. Sam, you've seen both these teams play quite a bit. Well, at least the first one. You've seen the tournament. How do you think the teams will fare today?
Well, this should be a very interesting ball game. I'm looking forward to seeing how it goes. Hutchinson is a very good hitting team. Jacobsen Memorial is an excellent hitting team, but Jacobsen has gotten here with good pitching and excellent fielding. So anything can happen, and this is the Minnesota State Championship.
Your team, Rosetown Memorial, how did they fare throughout the season again in the playoffs?
Well, we played fairly well in the regular season. We ended 8-7, and Jacobsen ended 9-6. We only played them twice and split with them. The last time we beat them. But I'm glad to see him here representing the 4th District so well. The 4th District is Ramsey County, 11 teams, and this is as far as any 4th District team has gotten in a long, long time.
There we see Hutchinson taking the field now. Looking back at the last games that both these teams played, they both played against Richfield.
Jacobsen beat Richfield quite easily, 10-1. And Hutchinson, that has had a lot more games coming through the losers bracket, beat them 14-5. That's an indication that this should be an even-steven, good ball game tonight.
And of course, if Hutchinson wins, there will be another game.
Hutchinson has to beat Jacobsen twice, and it's that old deal. If necessary, a second game will follow. This is the big game right now because both teams are playing one game at a time, and they'll both be going all out to win this one. Hutchinson already has a loss. They can't afford to lose.
There went the first pitch. Do you know who that was? We just saw it. John, I assume is his name.
I don't know. No.
Must be some official for the league.
Well, I was amazed at that color guard that stepped out there. That was a group from the Richfield Post, must be Vietnam veterans, because they're a lot younger than the American Legion members I'm used to.
Chris Brandt starting at pitcher for Hutchinson, number 13. Going through the lineup for the visiting team, which will be Jacobsen tonight. We have Irving, Spanier, and Pallion.
See the guys inside.
Going around the field for Hutchinson, Kramer, Ulrich, and Messner in the outfield. Dune, Rosberg, Mooney, and Marquardt around the infield. And, of course, catching Chris Brandt. And catching will be Gallus tonight. The wind seems to be blowing towards right field. Looking at the distances out there, 325 in right, 325 in left, and 355 in center.
It should tend to make left field seem long tonight, and right field will be reachable because the flag is almost out flat, and the right fielder is going to have not only battling the sun in this early evening, but he's going to be battling a wind.
Dale Irving steps up to the plate. He's a right-handed hitter, so he'll be against the wind as far as home runs go. Wind going out to right field.
Dale Irving is the oldest senior member of the Jacobsen team. He graduated from high school last year and spent this spring playing at Anoka Ramsey Junior College for one of the coaches of the Jacobsen team.
Here's the opening pitch. Called for a ball. Count will go to 1-0. Second pitch here. Looks up high for another ball. The count goes to 2-0. Right off the bat, seems like Brandt is getting a bit behind. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Swung on, ground ball to shortstop. The throw all the way over to first base, and it's in time for the out.
Oh, by an eyelash. Beautiful play by the shortstop.
Nice throw from Rosberg over to Marquardt, just in the nick of time.
Number 4,
6-3 if you're keeping score on Irving.
Anytime the shortstop goes that deep in the hole and still comes up with a play, it's a credit to any good shortstop anytime.
Greg Spanier now coming up at bat for Jacobsen. Right-handed hitter. One away now, top of the first inning. Chris Brandt on the mound. Here's the windup. Spanier steps back, lets that one go by. It's in there for a strike.
Plate umpire Butch Fisher's having a hot night tonight. He's turned on just like the players. That call was very decisive.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. It's up high for a ball. The count goes to 1-1. And of course, in this league, 7 innings, I believe.
7 innings. After these games, regionals and national become 9 innings, but it's 7 innings here.
There's a pitch. It's in there for a strike. The count goes to 1-2. Here's a 1-2 pitch. Swung on over shortstop, goes into left field. He'll get a single out of that one. Holds up.
That was a rope right at the left fielder. That went by the third baseman so fast that no chance.
So with a man on first, 1 out, coming up at bat, Vince Palian.
Vince Palian is they had the big write-up, number 1 selection by the University of Minnesota as a player for next year and the years to come.
Throw over to first. Spanier back in time. Right-handed batter, Vince Palian. Swings on, gets through the infield and goes out for a single. Second straight hit into left field. That'll put men on first and second. 1 away here, and coming up at bat, Manning. I don't know which one that is. There's 2 of them on this team.
This is Tim Manning, the left fielder, the Mounds View Manning. He's the older of the 2. The other Manning's in center field, Ken Manning.
1 away, men on first and second. Here's a pitch. Swung on, third baseline. The throw over to second base and over to first. Not. Can't get it off.
Oh. The second baseman didn't really have much control of that ball. I guess just enough and time to retire the runner coming into second, but no chance to make the double play.
So with men on first and third, 2 away now, up comes Omar Vach, and I was looking through the papers. Omar has had quite a few home runs so far in this tournament.
Omar is quite a ball player. He was injured late in the regular season, made an awful good comeback, and is wearing a brace for a fractured bone, but it hasn't bothered his hitting at all.
Right-handed batter. Sutton coming from over on the third baseline. Here's a pitch. Swung on. Nice base hit into right field. 1 run will score. Man will hold up at second, so there'll be men on first and second, and right away, Jacobsen gets off to an early 1-0 lead.
That's 5 well-hit balls in a row in this inning.
Manning moves on to second. Men on first and second. Coming up at bat is Hansen. That would be Mike Hansen. Hansen's out playing right field tonight for Jacobsen. Right-handed batter. 2 away. Here's a pitch. It's in there for a strike. Caught him down low. Oh, 1 count. Men on first and second. A lot of airplanes overhead here in Richfield at Donaldson Field. Here's a pitch. It's outside for a ball. The count will go to 1-1. Crowd seems to be a quite large one here.
And still coming in.
Here's the pitch. It's up high for a ball. Count will go to 2-1. 2-1 rather. It's a pretty beautiful stadium compared to the other ones you've seen. There's a pitch. Blooper into right field. It might drop in.
Foul ball.
Drops in foul.
Oh, that was close.
Would have dropped in. A couple of runs might have scored. One for sure.
With 2 outs, everybody was flying.
Current situation, men on first and second. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 down here in the first inning. 1-0 in favor of Jacobsen over Hutchinson. Fans even lining the outfield and all along the first and third base lines. Here's a pitch. Swung on, second base. The throw over to first. It's in time to end the inning. But Jacobsen scores 1 to get off to an early lead, 1-0. I see they got the lights already warmed up here in case it starts to get dark.
Summary for that inning.
Well, some of those clouds look like they could make it a little tough, and
1 man left on.
for a game this important, they can afford to turn on the lights. They've got a good crowd, so I'm sure
they're enjoying it at least,
post
that's for sure.
is making money.
So with the score, Jacobsen 1, Hutchinson 0. We'll be back right after this.
They say the best things in life are worth waiting for. Well, maybe. But when it came to college, I wanted to go now. So I joined the Army National Guard. See, by joining the Guard, I qualify for the new GI Bill, which means I earn $18,000 for school. And I work 2 days a month, 2 weeks a year. So, if you're in a hurry to start college, give the Guard a call. Because they not only give you the money for school, they also give you the time.
Join the National Guard.
That's a hell of a
Welcome back to Donaldson Field in Richfield. Christopher Glenn along with Sam Rockwood. After 1, Jacobsen's leading by a score of 1-0. Looking out at the fielding for Jacobsen, starting on the mound will be Tim Conley. Behind the plate, I believe that will be Omar Vaca.
Conley's pitched one other time in this tournament. That was the opening round for Jacobsen on Friday. He faced faced Rochester, and that was a big win for Jacobsen, 13-4. Conley went all but the last out or 2 and was very effective against an excellent team from the 1st District, the Rochester A's from southern Minnesota.
Of course, that first game, 13-6 Jacobsen over Rochester. Going through the outfield, we have Manning and Hansen. And on the infield, Spanier, Palian, Irving Kreck on the mound, Conley, and behind the plate, Omar Vaca.
Those 2 Mannings in left field and center field, I don't think are related because one goes to Irondale and one goes to Mounds View.
That would be one thing to ask him later on.
They don't look much alike. And it looks like their uniforms went to different degrees of Clorox. But they're both clean.
Tim Manning over in left field with a slightly lighter blue. And Ken Manning over in center field. Up at bat now, Rosberg for Hutchinson. Here's the pitch from Tim Conley. That's in there for a strike, caught him down low.
Rosberg was the all-state quarterback for Hutchinson's football team last year and has had quite a record as a football player.
That pitch outside for a ball. The wind is really blowing here towards right field. Here's a pitch from Conley. called there. Count goes to 2-1. Andy Rosberg, right-handed hitter from Hutchinson. Tim Conley, right-handed pitcher. Here's his pitch. Count goes to 3-1 now.
Just missed. That looked good. Vaca looked like he wanted that as a strike.
Here's the 3-1 delivery from Tim Conley. Holds back and is called a strike. The count will go full now on Andy Rosberg. Four referees present at the game here today. First, third, second, and of course a home plate umpire. Here's the pitch. Full count swung on, tipped back, and he buys himself a little more time. Looking at Hutchinson's record coming in, 26-2. There's the pitch. It's in there for a strike, called strike 3. Strikeout for Andy Rosberg.
That curveball just broke perfectly across the plate. Rosberg wasn't looking for curveball, and
Number 12, Pat
it's a K.
How does Conley's versatility look as far as how many pitches he has?
Well, he'd like not to pitch as many pitches as he passed to Rosberg, but his fastball is quick and his curve is good, and every pitch he threw was around the plate, either swung at or called.
There's a first pitch to Pat Mooney. Mooney, left-handed hitter. It's the first one we've seen up here today. First pitch was in there for a ball, so the count will go to 1-0. Here's Conley's 1-0 delivery. It's inside for a ball. The count will go to 2-0.
I always said whenever you say anything about somebody's control being good, that leaves them for a little while.
Kind of the old broadcasting blitz there. It's kind of a jinx. Here comes the 2-0 pitch from Tim Conley. Swung on, popped up behind home plate. Omar Vaca going back. He should have it, and makes a beautiful catch there over his head. So Pat Mooney retired there.
When the catcher makes a play like that, the pitcher has a new friend.
2 away now, bottom of the first inning. Jacobsen versus Hutchinson here at Donaldson Field. 1-0 the score in favor of Jacobsen. Marquardt at bat now for Hutchinson. Here's a pitch. It's in there for a strike.
Well, Marquardt is a solidly built kid. I don't know what position he plays in football, but he could play a lot of them.
First baseman, of course, his position here on the baseball field. Here's a pitch from Conley. Down low for a ball. Count will go to 1-1 now. Conley looking good so far, with 2 people at bat against him. Ground ball that goes foul down the third baseline. The coach neglects to try to catch that one as it was coming with pretty good sting.
I don't think the third base coach want to have anything to do with that, and I don't blame him.
A lot of sting being put out there by Mike Marquardt.
And he just deprived some kid of having the opportunity to go chase him.
Then the kid can say, I chase balls for the American League Championship game.
That's right.
1-2 count. 2 away. Here's a pitch to Marquardt. Swung on. There's a high fly ball into center field. Center fielder coming on. Manning has a catch there. Retires aside. After 1 inning, 1-0 in favor of Jacobsen. And so with the score, Jacobsen 1, Hutchinson 0. We'll be back right after this.
Hi, I'm Todd Oliver, and this is my pal Joey. That's me, that's us. Kids, watch for us and all the other programs coming to your library this summer. Check it out.
If illness or disability prevents you from getting the reading materials you enjoy, your public library will bring them to you or send them to you free of charge. For more information about the Homebound Delivery Program, call your local library or the Metropolitan Library Service Agency at 645-5731.
Welcome back to Davidson Field, or Donaldson Field, rather, in Richfield. Right near the airport, you can hear a lot of planes going overhead. 1-0 in favor of Jacobsen. I see coming up at bat now, Craig. Craig, of course, played first base for Irondale.
And Craig has had a great year. He's a big kid, strong. His speed is sometimes questioned, but I've seen him move, and he moves well. He hits in a long stride, and he hits the ball hard to all fields.
Right-handed batter. Chris Brandt still on the mound. Pitch is in close for a ball. Count will go to 1-0. Craig, a big player in there. Very tall. He's got the power. Here's the pitch. It's a little lob in there. Ball 2.
He's up there as a man with a purpose. And
there's a high, long ball going way up against the wall, and that one's out of here. A beautiful hit over that 15-foot wall out in immediate left field. You could tell that one was gone all the way since it left his bat.
He looked like he was looking for fastball, and he found it. And he found almost all of it. He got under it a little bit, but his strength put it probably some 370, 380 feet from here.
Makes the score 2-0 in favor of Jacobsen. Just a beautiful hit there right over the left field wall.
Chris, that's a house back there, and I'll bet it woke up somebody. Or maybe broke some dishes after dinner.
Especially if it went through the window or something. 325 feet the distance out in left field. The wall must be about 15 feet high.
Well, that ball had to travel 370, 380 feet because it cleared it easy.
Coming up at bat now, Manning. That would be Ken Manning for the Jacobsen team. Right-handed batter, here's a pitch. Down low in the dirt for ball 1. So already at the top of the second inning, 2-0 the score in favor of Jacobsen. Here's a pitch. Low in the dirt again. Count goes to 2-0. Brandt having a bit of control problems there. Here's the pitch. Down low again. Count goes to 3-0.
Well, after somebody takes you to downtown Minneapolis the way Craig did, you're going to be careful with the next batter.
Chris Brandt trying to slow it down a bit. Here's his 3-0 delivery. Down low, and he walks him. Ken Manning gets on first with a walk.
The pitcher, Jim Conley, number 10.
There here, Jim Conley coming up to bat for Jacobsen. He's having a good day on the mound so far after 1 inning. A strikeout. Pitched one, popped up to the catcher, and then a fly ball out in the center field. I don't want to jinx him, so I'll just say it's a good performance.
It is a good performance.
Pitch down low. Left-handed hitter. He, of course, throws right hand, but it's not unusual for pitchers to throw with their right and hit with their left. Manning on first, the throw over there. Manning's back in time, dives over.
Conley was a good hitter during the season. He doesn't play any other position. He just pitches, so he didn't get as many at-bats, but he did well.
In there for a strike. The count will go to 1-1. On deck will be Dale Irving. Here's a pitch. Swung on, second base. Throw over to first. He's out of there, man advances.
That's the advantage of the hit and run. He was going to swing at that pitch, and the runner was off, and there was no play at second.
4-3
just
if
like
you
a
keep the score
sacrifice.
there. Dale Irving coming up. Irving in the first inning, grounded one over to the shortstop. Just barely missed being safe on that one. The difference of a hair. At bat now for his second time. And it's only the second inning. So already Jacobsen through their lineup. Here's a pitch. Down low in the dirt. Count will go to 1-0. There you hear that airplane going overhead. Drowns out the sound of the crowd here. Here's a pitch. It looked like it hit him in the face there.
Well, he topped the ball, and it bounded up in the batter's box, came right up in his face. There's no protection for that.
Let's hope he's okay there. We're seeing now in the Little Leagues a lot of times a face mask, plexiglass face mask being used for the first time.
I don't know.
I've seen them.
In that case, it would have been good, but with a pitcher out there throwing 80, 85 miles an hour,
Might distort the vision a bit.
And you couldn't handle any distortion.
Yep, it would have to be a very high quality glass.
Looked like he's all right, but Paul Twenge, coach, is out there checking him. Paul is the baseball coach at Anoka Ramsey Community College and a pretty good trainer.
Still out there, the home plate umpire making sure he's okay.
Looked like it got him in the nose, and the nose is quite tender.
Now, just a question with that arising: if the home plate umpire believes that he's not fit to play, can he make that choice, or doesn't he really have any say in the matter?
Well, the umpire could talk to the coach and the manager and recommend, but I don't know of a case where he would say that a player couldn't play anymore.
There you see a shot of the crowd. Fairly large. It's one of the largest ones I've seen for the American Legion play. Of course, this being the championship game, there's no doubt why.
Well, it would be a bigger crowd, and there was a bigger crowd here Saturday and Sunday because Richfield was playing.
And of course, the home team, they'd be right here on the home field.
And I think some of the crowd was held down by all the repairs on 35W, which is the best way of getting to Donaldson Field.
Of course, I know that the big van we're sitting on now had a heck of a time getting through there.
Well, somebody has trouble and they get it down to 2 lanes and during rush hour, and then somebody has trouble and it shuts it down to 1 lane. It can be a huge parking lot.
And of course, now that the rush hour is getting lower, a lot more traffic will move through. But that pretty much prevents the northern fans. They must start out a bit earlier here to get to the game on time.
Now they're still checking.
There we see an officer of the peace out there talking to the... I'm sure they have paramedics on hand, or at least
talking to Tony Vaca, the coach of Jacobsen. Apparently everything's all set and we're ready to go. Chris, have we told the fans the schools that are involved with Jacobsen?
No, I don't believe we have so far. Of course, the 2 major ones are Mounds, and Irondale.
Right. And there are some St. Anthony players on the Jacobsen team, but they have to live in Ramsey County to be in the 4th American Legion District.
So the district's pretty much divided up by the counties there.
Right.
At least in this
district. At least
district.
this district is just 1 county.
Swing and a miss.
Ramsey's a little tiny county, and some of the districts, the 3rd district is Washington County and goes all the way, including Hutchinson, which is a great big district.
Man on second base. Dale Irving at the plate. He steps back. The pitcher initially stepped off the mound there. Manning Batting on second, Ken Manning. Stand by, and there's a pitch. Gets away. Manning will go to third. Easy standing up. Looks like that won't be called a wild pitch.
That was a wild pitch. I don't think the catcher had any chance of getting it. And getting this base runner to third base is important because there are lots of ways you can score from third base with only one out.
So Bryant gets credited, whether he wants it or not, with a wild pitch there. Of course, behind the plate there we had Gals. Or Gallus, rather. Here's the pitch. It's up high for a ball. Full count on Dale Irving now, looking back at the scoreboard here, just underneath the flag. And, of course, the flag, as you were saying, almost straight out with the wind blowing towards right field. Here's the pitch. Swung on.
Up in the air.
Popped out. First baseman should have it. Marquardt catches it there.
He battled the sun and the wind on that one.
So a pop up to the first baseman, and there'll be two away. Greg Spanier coming up. Spanier had a hit into the left field in the first inning and scored a run. The first run for Jacobsen. With two away here, let's see if he can do it. There's a man on third base. He got there on the wild pitch. That'd be Ken Manning over there. Spanier, right-handed hitter. Manning taking his lead. Here's a pitch. It's in there for a strike called. On deck, if Spanier can get on, would be Vince Pallion. Stepping off the mound. Brandt wants to take a couple more seconds. Having let up 2 runs so far here in the game. Top of the second inning. 2 away. Here's the 0-1 pitch. There's a lob. It's a bit high, though, and the count will go to 1-1.
It appears that Brandt doesn't want to give him a fastball to hit, and that's what they're looking for.
That was his mistake last time when he was pitching to Craig Craig, and he knocked that one out of this park. Count now goes to 2-1. Spanier steps back a bit. Chance for their third run. Man on third base, Ken Manning. Manning, of course, playing center field tonight for Jacobsen. Doing a good job there so far. Ground ball to third base, gets by him. The shortstop has it. The long throw over to first. It's in time, and he gets him out of there.
Another nice play by that shortstop. He's doing a job. Rosberg. Without Rosberg, Jacobsen would have a couple more runs on the board.
Rosburn, of course, fielding 3 balls so far in the game. All nice throws over to first, and nick of time on 2 of those.
Summary for that inning. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, 1 man left on.
So Pallion doesn't get a chance to get at bat this inning. He will next inning. 2-0 score in favor of Jacobsen.
Don't forget the concession stand. We have pop.
There you see the pitcher for Jacobsen, Jim Conley. Conley, I believe, was with Mounds View.
Mounds View is a 10th grader this year. And he's Jacobsen's leading pitcher. He pitched Friday and has rested until was ready to pitch last night, and then had an extra day because of the monstrous rains we had.
How was this tournament set up? We realized that it was a double elimination tournament. What were the days that these games were played on?
Beginning at 9:30 Friday morning, 12 o'clock Friday,
I believe 2:30, 6 o'clock.
and then 6 o'clock. And you remember the weather Friday was a little bit goofy. The 9 o'clock or final game Friday, I think, started about 11:45 and finished early Saturday morning. 11 teams, double elimination, which is, it's a big tournament, but it's mainly set up on the weekend for the convenience of the players and the fans, and many of these players have jobs. And
first pitch there gets by Brian Gallus. Ellis, right-handed hitter. The count on him now, 2-0 from Tim Conley. Conley in the first inning, 3 up, 3 down with 1 strikeout. With an excellent catch by Omar Vaca on the foul tip. Here's the pitch. Swung on, ground ball, third base. The throw over to first base. Kreck nabs it, and there's 1 away.
Next batter is number 29, Larry Kramer.
Spaniard to Kreck, 5-3 if you're keeping score there. Larry Kramer coming up at bat now for Hutchinson.
What do you bet? He's a fullback or a tackle. Another of these.
Very big thighs there.
Hutchinson kids are big.
1 away. Here's a pitch. It's in there for a strike call.
That was knee high. He didn't want that one.
Looking at his first pitch. Here's the second one from Tim Conley. That's in there again, low at the knees.
That's just where the pitcher wants him.
0-2. I believe I've been calling him Tim Conley. It's Jim Conley. I recall making that mistake before. Apologize for that. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to third base. Spaniard has it. The throw over to first. It's in time to Kreck. And there's 2 away. 5-3 again if you're keeping score.
15, Kyle Mesner.
Chris, I don't care. I don't think Conley will care what you call him as long as you say nice things about the way he's pitching.
And he is pitching beautiful so far today. Retired the first 5 batters. Up at bat now would be Messner. Kyle Messner.
1 ball left the infield, and that was a can of corn.
Right into center field there. Left-handed hitter, Messner. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 1.
Oh, that's a good cut. This Messner's a good hitter.
Batting 6th in the lineup. As you were saying, there's a lot of changes. When you looked at it, you were surprised that it was changed around that way?
Yes, they changed their batting order from their Richfield game the other night. There's a well-hit ball.
Gets through the infield. Kyle Messner will stay on first base with a hit up the infield.
Number 19, Irving.
Went right over second base. No chance there for Irving.
There's something about a left-hand batter with a good swing. They just look better than right-hand batters.
And of course, the left-handed batter facing the right-handed pitcher makes the odds even better in his favor.
Yes, it does.
Right-handed batter coming up now. That would be Gene Ulrich. Here's a pitch. It's outside for a ball. Count goes to 1-0. 2-0 in favor of Jacobsen. Man on first. 2 out. Conley on the mound for Jacobsen. Here's a 1-0 pitch. Swung on. Stopped at third base. Spaniard over to first, and he got him again. All 3 outs this inning being made by Spaniard over to Kreck. 1 hit there registered by Kyle Messner. So with the score, Jacobsen 2 and Hutchinson 0. We'll be back right after this.
In the Army National Guard, I earn $18,000 for college, and I serve 2 days a month and 2 weeks a year. So I can go to school right now, serve part-time, go to school full-time, and get $18,000 for college in the Army National Guard.
Join the National Guard.
Welcome back to Donaldson Field in Richfield. Jacobsen leading 2-0 here in the American Legion Championship game. Coming at bat now for Jacobsen. If I look on my roster, it will be Vince Pallion. Vince in the first inning had a single into left field. And of course on the mound, Chris Brandt for Hutchinson. Here's a pitch. It's outside for a ball. Here's a pitch. Ground ball goes just foul. I'll have to come back and hit that one again. The count goes to 1-1. course, looking over in right field, the great big divider. From my angle, my first thought was it was the right field wall, but that would be very far away and very high. Of course, the divider being for the large highway, 35W, I believe.
35W. That's a good backdrop for the batters, though. The field was here before the sound deadening barrier.
Pitch calling the ball. Count goes to 2-1. Wind seems to be dying down just a touch here. Here's a pitch. It's up high for a ball. Count goes to 3-1 now. Looking at what Brandt's done so far, he's let up 2 runs and counting them 4 hits. That's only in 2 innings of pitching. Here's his windup. Chose not to swing, took it for a ball, 4-1, and he walks him.
Number 16 from Manning.
So Pallion walks, and Tim Manning comes at bat now for Jacobsen. Manning in the first inning got on base on a fielder's choice. Right-handed batter playing left field here for Jacobsen tonight in this championship game. Throw over to first. Pallion's back in time. Crowd seems to still be growing here. Swung on and missed there, as you saw. 0-1 count. Chris Brandt on the mound for Hutchinson. Players warming up in the bullpen for Hutchinson. Here's a pitch. Down low, man stealing, sliding low. In time. Slid underneath the tag there.
Then the ball got loose. He did everything right.
So Vince Pallion gets his first stolen base for the game. Credit him with that there. So he has a hit, draw a walk, and a stolen base so far in the game. Pallion batting third in the lineup. Coming up now.
Sit down, Locke.
Or rather, still at bat, Tim Manning. Here's a pitch. Slow lob up high. Ball called on that one. And the count goes to 2-1. None away, man on second. 2-0 score in favor of Jacobsen. Here's a pitch. Down low for a ball. The count will go to 3-1. And it looks like Brandt is having quite a few problems.
His control isn't as good as I've seen him. Of course, this is the 3rd game he's pitched in this short series, and it's tough. His pitches aren't doing what he wants them to.
There's a pitch called the ball, and he walks. Another man, Tim Manning.
We're going to see the coach now.
Omar Vaca coming up for Jacobsen. There you see the 2 runners. Manning over on second base, or Manning on first rather. Pallion over on second base, having stole. Didn't really need to though, as Manning was walked. There you see the coach out on the pitcher's mound, talking it over.
Well, sometimes a base runner on second will be harder on a pitcher than a base runner on first. Particularly a right-hand pitcher has really no way of holding the lead of a runner on second. Pallion being on second may have contributed to the walking of Manning.
Omar Vaca at the plate now for Jacobsen. Here's a pitch from Brandt. Swung on, ground ball, third base, takes third. The throw over to first, low, and gets away from him. So Pallion forced out on third base.
On that play, it's kind of a shame, but Doon tripped on third base as he was throwing to first and threw low, and Unfortunately, Marquardt couldn't come up with the bouncing ball.
Tim Manning over at second was being waved to third right when that ball got away from him. He was checking for himself. Men on first and second now. Top of the third inning. 2-0 in favor of Jacobsen. One away. At bat now. Hansen. That first pitch there. Outside for a ball, or down low and outside.
There's a fan down here just said that what happened to the bunt in baseball?
Mike Hansen. At bat. Here's a pitch. Swung on, fouled back. That'll make the crowd. Official souvenir, I guess, of the 1985 American Legion Baseball Championship game. He'll have to get Mike Hansen to autograph that one for him, even though it didn't go over the wall. I wonder if anybody found that one that went, maybe the man sleeping, like you said.
It may have gone right into the kitchen, into the dining room.
Here's a pitch. Inside. Hansen has to jump back.
That question about not bunting there, probably the reason is Omar Vaca is a 450 hitter. You hate to give up an out with a 450 hitter, but in this case, he hit the ball well, but right at somebody.
Ball gets away from the catcher. Both runners will advance.
Now it's just like he'd bunted.
I'll agree with you on that. Gallus let it by him. And the runners advance. So on a pass ball there. We'll have Manning advancing to third. And Mike Hansen, or rather Omar Vaca, advancing to second. Hansen, of course, at bat here. Right-handed hitter. 3-1 the count to him with one away in the top of the third inning. Chris Brandt on the mound for Hutchinson. Runners taking their lead. Here's a pitch. Swung on, ground ball, gets into the outfield for a single. 2 runs will score. Hansen will stop at first with the single.
That's a timely hit. That brings the manager out now. We're going to have a pitching change.
Definitely looks like time for a change.
The second visit by the manager, that means he has to change.
Let's see who comes in.
There's discussion by some of the fans about the name of Omar Vaca. I had reason to question, and apparently when his real name is Michael. Michael was in the 3rd grade, and there were 7 Michaels in the 3rd grade. And with a name beginning with V, he was in the back row. So he decided it'd be a good idea if he changed his name. And at that time, Omar Marino was one of the fastest runners in the major leagues, so he became Omar and has been Omar ever since. I don't know if it's done anything for his speed, but it gives him a rather unusual name.
Gives him the identity, at least. The name I always recognize, Omar Vaca, of course, saw him playing in the state high school baseball tournament. You can't forget that name.
Well, I asked his dad what nationality Omar was, and he said he didn't know, but Vaca is good Italian.
Omar Vaca played, of course, I believe, for Irondale.
Irondale, and he's going to go to Anoka Ramsey for his continuing education, which probably has something to do with baseball.
Number 20 out on the mound. Here you hear the announcement.
Number 20, Jacobsen.
Number 20, Jay Hafley, the pitcher, to replace Brandt. Trying to add up the statistics here on Brandt as he went out. He pitched 2 1/3 innings, allowed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. Looking at the board, he allowed 4 runs. He pitched no strikeouts, walked 3 men, allowed 1 home run, had 1 wild pitch. No hit by pitch and no balks.
Hafley is not going to graduate from high school until 1988. So he is
That would make him a sophomore.
Going to be a sophomore. And he is, let's see, he won't be 16. He's 15 years old. He won't be 16 until December 2nd.
Is that one of the youngest you've seen so far in the league?
Yes, that's about as young as they get, although he's 5'9", 165 pounds. He's not listed on the Hutchinson roster as being one of their more frequently used pitchers, but they've played 6 games since Friday. This is the 7th game, and it's time for a new, fresh arm.
4-0 now in favor of Jacobsen. Craig Kreck at the plate. He hit a homer. You can't forget that one. Here's a pitch. Down low. Homer going over the left field monster. It's got an extended wall out there, estimated at about 15 feet. 325 was the distance to left there.
It cleared it pretty easily.
Here's a pitch. It's low and inside. Count goes to 2-0. Kreck playing first base tonight for Jacobsen. Pitch down low. Kreck smiling there. I think he knows what he wants to do, just get a good hit. A lot of room in the outfield there. Here's the pitch. Doesn't want to swing at that one, but it's called a strike. The count goes to 3-1 now. Man on first base. 1 away, 2 runs already scored in this inning. Both of them hit in by Mike Hansen, who's now on first base. Here's a pitch. Man going. Hansen slides underneath.
He's out.
Out of there by far. Nice throw from behind the plate by Gallus. So Hansen retired there, caught stealing.
I have the feeling somebody missed a sign.
There's a pitch.
Somebody missed a sign, Ted.
Number 15.
Never had your team,
Manning.
no.
Little confused there. What we just saw, we saw the stolen base attempt. Yeah, looks like it was ball 4 called there. I was trying to write down that last call stealing on my roster there, on my scorecard. So this would be Craig Kreck has walked. Hansen thrown out at second, and this would be Ken Manning at bat now. The count on him is 1-1. There's 2 away, and I guess that gets it straightened out here. 4-0 the score in favor of Jacobsen. On the mound, Halfley for Hutchinson. Here's a pitch. It's in there for a strike. Count goes to 1-2. Top of the 3rd inning. Out of 7 innings here played in American Legion baseball. Christopher Glenn along with Sam Rockwood on Group W Cable Sports. Here's a pitch. Swung on, ground ball. Gets through the infield. Kreck starts to round second, but goes back. Rosberg might have had a chance if he would have given it all out. It didn't look like he was prepared for that one to come by him. Although he's been playing quite well on other balls that were hit.
The other balls have been deep in the hole, and he was shading a little bit to the hole, and that left a gap out over second base.
And that's where they found the gap there. Single up the center for Ken Manning. Craig Kreck advances to second base on that one. At bat now, the pitcher Jim Conley. Here's a pitch. Conley batting left. Men on first and second with 2 away. The 1-0 count. Halfley on the mound. Shadows just reaching the third base line now. There's a pitch. Called strike. Looking at where we're sitting, I can see my shadow almost reaching out to the pitcher's mound.
That's true.
I'm only about, I'd say, maybe 10 feet off the ground here. Here's a pitch. Swung on and missed. Sun maybe an hour or so, hour and a half away from sunset. The lights were on for a while on the first baseline. They're seem to be turned off now. A couple of lights still on. They want them warmed up in the case that it should get dark. Called strike 3. Retires the side. Conley gets marked down as a strikeout.
Summary for that inning. For Jacobsen, 2 runs on 2 hits.
So Halfley let up a walk and a hit coming in.
Again, don't forget the concession stand.
And then strikes out Conley.
Some young ladies and gentlemen who are very happy.
Well, he did the job he was supposed to do to make sure that Jacobsen didn't get any more runs. He's got to hold him until those Hutchinson bats have a chance to come back.
Of course, in that inning, 2 runs being scored by Tim Manning and Omar Vaca. Both RBIs being credited to Mike Hansen. Also, change of pitcher in that inning. Brandt going out after pitching 2 1/3 innings, 5 hits, 4 runs, no strikeouts, 3 walks, 1 home run, and 1 wild pitch. And so in came Halfley to try to take care of the side, and did. He let up a walk and a hit before he could finally strike out Conley. Of course, 1 out being made there when Mike Hansen was thrown out trying to steal second. That's the first man, I believe, caught stealing there in the game. We'll go to the bottom of the 3rd inning now. Coming up at bat for Hutchinson will be Dune, Brandt, and Rosberg. Form. Of course, our technical crew tonight. On cameras, we have Wayne Powers, and of course, Jeff Scrogar, our director and producer, Rich Kemp, in the truck. That's where he is in the truck, of course. We better get back to the action first of all here. We have a big technical crew. We assembled them.
Number 14.
Going into center field, a hit there.
Nice play, nice play.
Coming on to get it. So Jim Dune retired there.
Number 20.
Back to the technical crew. Terry Murphy and Kyle Gall also in the truck along with Rich Kemp. Of course, I'm Christopher Glenn along with Sam Rockwood up here on top of the truck. It's a place to be with the wind blowing at about 15 miles per hour. Here's the pitch. It's in there for a strike called. Count goes to 1-1 now.
This is Jay Heffley, the relief pitcher.
So Halfley at the plate. Here's a pitch. Swung on and missed. Not a very hard swing there. Jim Dune retired there on the fly ball into center field. Here's a pitch by Jim Conley. Low in the dirt. Gets away. One out, 1-2 count.
I'm a peaceful man. I wouldn't hurt a fly. But now I'm going to get out of line. I'm going to sign up for direct deposit, so I'll never have to stand in line with my government check again. With direct deposit, my money goes directly to my account automatically. That frees up my time for other things. Like my experiments.
Get direct deposit wherever you have your checking or savings account.
Oh, come on, get out of line.
Welcome back to Donaldson Field in Richfield. The score 4-0 in favor of Jacobsen. Coming up at bat now, Andy Rosberg. Throw over to first base.
I think Conley was just trying to let him know that he knows he's there.
Here's a pitch. Fly ball into center field, racing to the wall, going way back against the wall, and it's out of here.
Out of here.
Home run for Andy Rosberg, scoring 2 runs, make the score 4-2 in favor of Jacobsen. That big shot could go. That was at least 355, as the wall says. Good hard hit into center field.
And that wasn't helped by the wind at all. That just plain went out.
Bottom of the third inning, 4-2 in favor of Jacobsen. Home run coming there from Andy Rosberg. Hafley scoring on that after singling. Being knocked around. 2 RBIs there for Rosberg. Coming up at bat, Pat Mooney. Mooney batting left-handed. Here's a pitch. Down low in the dirt. 1-0 the count. Conley on the mound. Here's a pitch. Swung on, line drive into center field. Back to get it. He's got it, Manning. That would be Ken Manning in center field there. F8 if you're keeping score there. Both outs in this inning with fly balls into center field. And of course, the one that went over his head, the homer by Andy Rosberg to score 2 runs. The first 2 runs registered by Hutchinson tonight. 2 away now.
That ball was well hit.
And of course, a couple of cars parked along the right field wall. I haven't seen anything long enough to hit it, but there is a possibility. Here's a pitch. Gets away from the catcher. Number 25, Mike Marquardt at bat. Here's the pitch. It's in there for a strike. Count goes to 1-1. 2 away here, bottom of the third inning. Donaldson field in Richfield. Here's a pitch. It's in there for a strike. The count will go to 1-2. Of course, 7 innings played in American Legion Baseball. This is the bottom of the third. Pitches inside. Count will go to 2-2. There I see a player with a Rosetown jacket over there. That one happened to be one of yours, would it? Oh, I recognize it as being Bob Locker there.
Bob Locker.
Coming out to enjoy.
I think he'd rather be playing.
I'm sure he'd love to be. There's a strike. Retiring the side. Marquardt gets struck out. We'll go to the top of the 4th inning. 4-2 the score in favor of Jacobsen.
Summary for that inning, 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 left on base.
There you hear the summary given by the PA announcer here at Donaldson Field. 2 runs being scored in the bottom of the third by Hutchinson. 2 also being registered in the top of the third by Jacobsen. 4-2 the score now. We're going to the top of the 4th inning. We are looking at for Jacobsen, Irving, Spanier, and Pallion. Spanier, of course, scoring the first run for Jacobsen. He's got 1 hit. He grounded out to the shortstop in the 2nd inning. On the mound, of course, Hafley, who replaced Brandt in the middle of the top of the 3rd, rather. There we see warming up, number 6, Dale Irving.
Chris, the game is shaping up just about the way we figured. You may have a big lead, and it comes in half in a 1 stroke of the bat. And now it's up to Jacobsen to put the 2 runs that Hutchinson got in the bottom of the 3rd, lengthen the lead again.
Long panning shot of the crowd here. There is a big one.
Fans are being treated to a very interesting ball game so far.
Very good quality of ball as well. Here we go. Stepping up at the plate now, Dale Irving. Irving grounded to shortstop in the 1st. That ball and pitch up high. And he popped one up to the first baseman, rather, in the 2nd inning. So he's been up each inning, except for the 3rd. Here, this is the top of the 4th now. Count goes to 2-0 on him right away.
If you want to feel old, Ted, this pitcher was born in 69. December of 69.
Calls that one a ball. 3-0.
That was last week.
Here's a pitch. Gets away through the legs. Now that should be a walk there. It was down low. He must have just dropped it, just in the strike range. Looks like the umpire.
Now it's called strike. 1 strike.
3-1.
3-1.
They just changed the scoreboard to update what the umpire was saying. 3-1 the count. Here's a pitch. Swung on, ground ball, gets through into center field. Dale Irving with his first single of the game, first hit of the game at that. Greg Spanier coming up at bat now. Spanier has 1 hit, 1 run in 2 at-bats. Greg batting right-handed. Halfley on the mound for Hutchinson. See a lot of the other teams that were represented in this tournament who are not playing, who are eliminated. A lot of the jackets around of the players coming to see who wins this one.
Well, both of these teams will advance to a regional tournament. The runner-up will go to New Ulm for a tournament with the Dakotas, Missouri, Iowa, Nebraska. And the winner goes to Cape Girardeau, Missouri to play the champions of Pennsylvania, Ohio, Illinois.
High ball into center field. Caught up and caught there by Ulrich.
Number 7, Italian.
So no matter if they win or lose, they're going on to a tournament.
Both teams go on to a tournament. The reason for that is there are more teams, Legion teams in Minnesota than any other state except Pennsylvania. And that seems to be fair, and it's only been in effect about the last 3 years. It gives you something to shoot for, but you wonder with both teams going on in this game how it makes any difference. It's still being state champions, a big honor and a big thing.
The title alone is worth winning the game for by far. Vince Pallion at the plate now for Jacobsen.
Somebody said the other day, everybody remember who won the championship, and nobody will remember who the runner-up was.
The way it usually happens. Here's the pitch from Halfley. Swung on, ground ball to shortstop. Can't field it there. Everybody will be safe. It's one of the first mistakes we've seen by Andy Rosberg, making some excellent plays in the beginning, in the early going. Making an error there, so players on first and second now.
That's one of those cases where the balls that aren't hit as well sometimes are harder to field than the ones that are well hit.
The timing and the bat hops also can play a little. Now, there was none there, but could play a part. Here's a pitch. Manning at the plate, Jim Manning.
Well, that ground ball to Rosberg didn't do what Rosberg thought it was going to do, and he made the fatal mistake of letting it play him instead of him playing it.
It's one of the only mistakes he's made, credited with an error there. Pitch hits the dirt. The runners will stay where they are. 4-2 the score in favor of Jacobsen. 1 away with a 1-1 count on Tim Manning. Here's a pitch. Swung on, line drive in the gap. Coming over to catch it. Messner in right field, the right fielder. Coming over to get it. That would be Kyle Messner in right field.
That was a super play. That ball had base hit written all over it.
Right fielder coming all the way over to make a catch on that one. Men will remain at first and second with 2 away. And Omar Vaca coming up for Jacobsen.
You like the ring of Omar Vaca, don't you?
It's got a definite ring to it. 2 away here at Donaldson Field in, where are we again? Richfield, can't forget that one. Being so tangled on the highway, I don't know where I wound up. I just know I wound up in the right place.
Chris, you got to the right place. It's not easy.
Halfway on the mound, he obviously got to the right place. Here's a pitch. Down low for a ball. The count goes to 1-1.
Chris, what you were battling to get here is the problem of 2 seasons in Minnesota. 2 seasons, winter and road construction.
I can definitely agree with that. Here's a pitch. Count goes to 2-1 as that one is called a ball.
Bach is showing good discipline at the plate. He's going to get a good pitch to hit.
Here's a pitch. Called a ball, 3-1. California doesn't have to work for its summers, but it looks like we do, paying in different ways. Men on first and second. Here's a 3-1 pitch. Called strike, and it'll go to full count.
Full count, and everybody will be running. 2 outs, full count.
Omar Vaca at the plate. Here's a pitch. Swung on, ground ball, slow hit to second base. The throw over to first, that's in time. Retires the side. Vaca goes down 4-3. And with the score, Jacobsen 4 and Hutchinson 2. We'll be back right after this.
Now's the time, it's really here. Graduating, anticipating. So many places I could go, but it feels so good to be guarding the things so close to home.
The Army Guard's unique. I'm getting paid to protect my country and my state, what's close to me.
I help guard neighbors and people in my state. I like that.
Best way I know to earn extra money. And my cousin in the Wisconsin Guard feels the same way.
I learn new skills I can use in my regular job.
And all it takes is 2 weeks a year for annual training, then 2 days a month, right near home.
Graduate to guarding all that's close to you. Guarding your country, state, and neighbors, and guarding your future too. The Guard is America at its best. America at its best.
Call your Army Guard recruiter.
Welcome back to Donaldson Field in Richfield. Score 4-2 in favor of Jacobsen. The scoreboard says 5th inning. It's really the bottom of the 4th inning here. Coming up at bat will be Gallus, Kramer, and Messner for Hutchinson. Christopher Glenn along with Sam Rockwood here on Group W Cable Sports. And from what you've seen so far, Sam, what does it look like?
It's just about what I expected. Sort of a free-scoring, free-hitting game with good fielding. I'm sorry that Brandt didn't go farther, but Hafley's come in and done a good job. This is anybody's ball game.
There we see some people relaxing in the crowd there, having a good time here.
We get the camera on us. We could wave at our shadows on the
our
just
shadows
off the
just
mound.
touching the pitcher's mound. We're the only ones out. We're the only shadows out there. Right on the mound. I suppose we'll see ourselves every time the pitch is thrown.
Yeah. There we are waving.
We're over on the center field camera waving out there. We're also looking at our shadows here. And with the sun going down, the shadows can stretch all the way out to the pitcher's mound. Now they'll reach first base soon.
Just as long as some foul ball doesn't knock us off our perch.
Gallus at bat now. Here's a pitch. Ground ball to the third baseman. Spanier throws over to Kreck at first base in time. 5-3 if you're keeping score. That's the 4th putout that went 5-3.
That's the second one for Gallus. And they've both been well hit.
Coming up at bat, Kramer. That'll be Larry Kramer for Hutchinson. Here's a pitch from Conley. Down low for a ball. Count goes to 1-0. Crowd getting a bit more vocal now. As we're in the bottom of the 4th inning, here's a pitch. Ground ball just fouled down the third baseline.
He made a nice play on the foul ball, too.
Spanier plays it on anything.
Spanier plays anything.
Making an excellent play. Twisted his glove around to get it. Very alert out there.
Well, that's the thing about hustle. You got to hustle all the time, so you'll hustle at the right time.
Here's a pitch to Larry Kramer. It's outside for a ball. The count will go to 2-1. One away here, bottom of the 4th inning. Tim Conley on the mound, or Jim rather. Here's his pitch. I should count the number of times I've called him Tim. I'd have enough points to beat either team anyway.
Well, he's a good pitcher regardless what you call him. As long as you get the last name right, you mail the check to the right place.
Here's the pitch. It's up high, and they walk Larry Kramer. That's the first walk by Jim Conley.
Number 15,
I remember the first time I saw Jim Conley's name on the roster. The J wasn't there from a bad copy, and maybe it's a little like Omar. He's been nicknamed that.
Well, I think if he wins tonight, you can call him anything, and he'll
still be happy. Here's a pitch. It's in there for a strike. 0-1 to count with 1 away. Christopher Glenn along with Sam Rockwood here on Group W Cable Sports. Left-handed batter. Kyle Messner, the throw over to first.
Now, Messner's the batter I said had a nice swing the last time, then he proceeded to line a single to center field. He does look good at the plate.
Larry Kramer over on first base, taking his lead. Here's a pitch. Down low, and the dirt gets by. Kramer will go into second.
Wild pitch.
And it looks like that's the first wild pitch on Conley there. 1-1 the count. Man on second base now. 4-2 the score in favor of Jacobsen at the Minnesota State American Legion Championship game. Conley on the mound. Here's his pitch. Caught it down low for a 2-1 count now. Omar Vaca coming out to talk with Conley.
Usually the sun, the pitcher's almost in the shadow, and the batter's in the shadow, and there's bright sunshine in between. Looks like that would normally bother the batter, but it seems to be bothering Conley more than the batter.
In and out of the shadows, that could really, you only have a third of a second to react to the ball, and then with the shadows, that must make it even worse. Left-handed batter at bat now. That would be Kyle Messner. Messner out playing right field for Hutchinson. Here's the pitch. Messner having to jump up out of the way for that one. 3-1 count. Conley will take his time there. Man on second base. Shadows covering all of left and center field. Here's a pitch. Popped up, coming back. A bit too far for me to get, and I'm still waiting for the first ball of my career here. Haven't got one yet. I know Bobby Kurtz gets them all the time, but I just can't seem to have one come into my glove. I should get a magnet.
It's called magnetism.
Must be.
Some people got it, some people don't have it. As long as I'm in the booth with you, Chris, I don't need any foul balls.
I think with all the equipment here, it's forming an anti-magnetism, and it's not going to come near me no matter what. Ground ball goes by first base coach.
Error 22.
I heard error number 22. That's the first base coach there. A little joke. To keep the spirits up, and I noticed before the game the players had a pledge that they were saying.
Oh, yeah, that's typical of all Legion tournament games.
Here's a pitch to Messner. Walks him. That'll put men on first and second. Second straight walk by Hafley.
Here comes Vaca out to talk to Conley. He didn't like what he saw in those two walks.
No, I just said second walk by Hafley. Is Conley doing so good? I'm not expecting him to throw those, but two straight walks by Jim Conley. Maybe we better change his name not to embarrass him.
Well,
Can't be too proud of his pitching right now.
The pledge that they take is the Americanism pledge of clean sportsmanship and hard play, but clean play and a good, clean life. This is part of the Children and Youth Program of the American Legion, and the objectives are for good citizenship and Americanism.
They're, of course, playing a part in that now in the American Legion Championship game. Here's a pitch. It's up high for a ball, not looking good. Conley getting behind himself. One away, he's walked 2 men. There's men on first and second. Messner on first, Kramer on second. And at bat now would be Ulrich. Gene Ulrich for Hutchinson. Here's a pitch. Swung on, fouled back along the first baseline. Almost by the ticket booth at the entrance here.
That scattered a few fans and lawn chairs.
More souvenirs for the crowd. 4-2 score. Jacobsen over Hutchinson. Men on first and second. Christopher Glenn along with Sam Rockwood here at Donaldson Field. Here's a pitch. Doesn't even want to swing at that one as he lets it go by. The count goes to 2-1 now.
That was an off-speed pitch, and it would have been wrong to swing at it, although it looks like it's coming in like a volleyball. When you swing at it, it's not there.
Jim Conley on the mound, having walked 2 people. Here's his 2-1 pitch upcoming. Trying for a bunt, it tips back, and another souvenir.
Richfield people running this tournament have gotten a Little League team to run down those foul balls because at about $3.50 a piece, there'll be a lot of them have left here tonight.
Remember the old Calvin Griffith commercial saying, "Stop hitting those home runs. Balls are expensive." There's a hit ball up the center,
That's
second base, over to first. Double play ball, and he gets it. Retiring the side there. .43 covered up for those walks, and with the score, Jacobsen 4, Hutchinson 2. We'll be back right after this.
I really like my new place on the western side of town, but the hassles of getting to work and back have really got me down.
You haven't heard of ride sharing. You want to save money, and you don't want to drive alone.
Rideshare's hot, and it's free.
Just call them on the phone. Tell them what your schedule is. Get names from their computer of people who want to share the ride.
News just did not suit her.
It's getting around Rideshare.
In Richfield. Looking out in the center field and all around the outfield is kind of like a steel wall. Reminds me kind of like of Wrigley Field with all the vines coming up and down it. I don't think that they've, well, there could be a chance that they've lost a ball in those, but kind of doubtful.
Well, if the ball doesn't come out, it's a ground rule double.
At $3.50 a ball, as you were saying, they've lost $7 with 2 home runs, one by Craig Kreck, the other being hit by Andy Rosberg. So each team having 1 home run. Coming up at bat now, number 11, I believe that's Mike Hansen. Yes, it is. So Hansen coming at bat in the top of the 5th inning. Playing 7 innings here, that would leave 3 innings of play in regular play. We're going to play until we have a winner, of course.
Hansen had a hit in the 3rd inning, very timely hit, 2 RBIs on a single.
Here's a pitch down low. They call it a strike, though. Called strike. Here's a pitch. Halfley on the mound for Hutchinson. Hansen hits another one into center field. That's going to drop in for a base hit. That's the second hit that Hansen's put in there. So starting off the 5th inning, a hit for Mike Hansen. Coming up, Craig Kreck, the first baseman for Jacobsen. Batting right-handed, one of the biggest players on this team. Man on first base. Pitch down low for a ball.
Both teams are showing good discipline at the plate. They're not just going at any and all pitches. They're looking for a good pitch to hit.
There you see a throw over to first base. Hansen back in time. Hansen was caught stealing, if I recall correctly. 2-6, the play made. He might be a bit more careful this time. Ground ball to third base. The throw over to second. Down low. Can't get the throw over to first in time. Retires Hansen over at second. A cleanly played ball. Might have got the double play, but Trek running pretty fast over there. Hansen goes down 6-4. Krek on the fielder's choice.
Make that 5-4.
Make that 5-4. The third baseman, of course, fielding that ball. 6 being the shortstop in baseball notation. Man on first base, 1 away. Top of the 5th inning. At bat now, Ken Manning. There's a pop-up. It's coming.
Here we got one. We got one.
Oh, that could be mine. Oh, right in front of me. Now I'm kind of upset that I didn't catch that one. I wanted to be on TV.
That was close.
That was coming straight towards us.
I think your magnetism is working now.
Ken Manning, please hit us another one here. I need the opportunity. We don't want to end an American Legion season without one. Manning at the plate. Halfley on the mound. He steps off.
And Chris, getting a foul ball is like hitting a home run. If you try, you don't. If you don't try, you do. It's
let the work do itself.
You just have to let it happen.
Pitch down low, 4-2 the score. Jacobsen over Hutchinson, top of the 5th inning. Christopher Glenn along with Sam Rockwood here at Donaldson Field in Richfield. Hafley on the mound. Here's his pitch. Inside for a ball. The count goes to 2-1.
Hafley's got to keep Jacobsen right where they are now. He can't let them get any more of a lead than the 2 runs they already have.
Here's a pitch. Swung on and missed. For strike 2, the count will go to 2-2. The only out of this inning being made by Mike Hansen. Not getting to second base in time. It's the same case that happened last time he was stealing, however. He's being a bit conservative this time, not to make the same mistake happen again. Here's a pitch. Swung on in the dirt. Bad swing. Bad choice of swings. Ken Manning goes down on a strikeout, and I don't think he really wanted to swing. He couldn't make up his mind.
I think the ball started in looking so big to him that he thought he was going to hit it, and then just like the bottom dropped out, and it was low and in the dirt.
Pitcher throwing a bit of magic there, playing tricks on the batters. The shadows now cover the whole field. So it is now the sunset. The lights are all warmed up, ready to go here. Conley at bat for Jacobsen, 4-2 the score. Jacobsen leading. Runs by Krek, Vaca, Manning, and Spanier. Here's the pitch. Called ball 2. 2-0 the count.
I think this time of day is about the toughest time for a hitter because you don't have the benefit of the lights yet, and daylight is pretty dim.
Called strike. The count goes to 2-1. The lights look like they're mercury vapor type. Taking a while to warm up. I wouldn't really know that. We'd have to go down to the truck and ask Kyle Gall, the lighting technician here. That pitch. Call the ball. 3-1 the count.
The people down the truck are playing cards and enjoying the ball game?
Must be. We feel a bit of shaking here sitting on top of the truck. They got a lot of work to do down there, making the broadcast come along so smoothly up here. They have to do a lot of work downstairs to keep everything at home under control. Here's a pitch. There's a nice hit. Going into right field. Back to get it up against the wall, and he caught it up against the wall.
On the warning track.
Kyle Messner back to get that one.
That was a long ride, but about 5 feet short.
No runs on one hit.
There you heard it, no runs on one hit. We'll be going to the bottom of the 5th inning.
That drive to right field was just about 2 tablespoons full of Wheaties short.
Yeah. We'll have to ask them what they eat for breakfast as the official quiz here. Of course, you're looking at the field. It's really dark now. The light's still warming up. And as you were saying, a hard time for the hitters. Looking at what happened, Ulrich made the last out in the last inning, so it will be Doon, Hafley, and Rosberg. Of course, Andy Rosberg in the bottom of the 3rd inning, having that home run. Hard hit ball went over center field.
Hutchinson would like to have a couple runners on when Rosberg and the rest of the top of the batting order come up later in this inning. And it's anybody's ball game. It's 2-run lead in the 5th inning. The way these two clubs hit the ball is nothing.
Looking at the flag now, drooping straight down, which means the wind has really died here at Donaldson Field here in Richfield.
Maybe that's why the trailer isn't moving as much as it was before.
All the players, of course, keeping stretched open.
That last movement you feel is Ted Dowling. He just returned from the concession stand.
Keeping ourselves. We don't want to make our technical crew too hungry here. Of course, we don't have much opportunity to have a lunch here either at the great concession stands that they do have here for all the fans. I have about 30 seconds every couple of innings to take advantage of that. Here's the pitch. Called a ball. The count goes to 1-0. Right-handed batter. Jim Doon. Ground ball hit. Picked up by the shortstop. Throw over to first in time. Penalty into Crack. If you're keeping score, that'd be 6-3 on the scoreboard. Bottom of the 5th inning. 4-2 the score in favor of Jacobsen.
Number 13,
Jay Hafley coming up at bat now for Hutchinson. He, of course, replaced Chris Brandt as pitcher. There you see Spander coming in to talk to Conley.
He had a nice hit the last time up. Line shot to center field and was on base for Rosberg's home run.
So having a run in this game. He's got another opportunity here. That pitch was in there for a strike. He opted not to swing at it. Called strike 1. The count 0-1. Here's the pitch from Conley. Swung on. Sounds like it hit the shin of the catcher. Called strike 2 there, or swung on strike 2. 1 away, 0-2 count. 4-2 in favor of Jacobsen. One of the little leaguers throwing the ball back to the catcher.
The pitchers don't like to use the new ball that the umpire had thrown him. He'd rather use that ball that's a little scuffed up and get a better grip.
Yeah. Of course, after they get the new ball, they'll drop it in the dirt a couple times, get it conditioned to where they want their hand to fit in it. Here's the pitch. Swung on, ground ball to second base. Throw over to first, in time. And there'll be 2 away. Irving over to Kreck there. 4-3 if you're keeping score. Coming up at bat now, Andy Rosberg. Rosberg had a home run in the 3rd inning, you remember. That long hit over center field. Andy, of course, bats right-handed. The infield spaced out. The second baseman and the shortstop are playing right on the line of the outfield and the infield. Playing back. Here's a pitch from Conley. Not even swung on. Called the ball. Looked good from my angle, but I'm looking at his back at the moment. It must have been outside for a ball. 1-0 pitch from Conley. It's in there for a strike. The count goes to 1-1. Here's a pitch from Conley. Outside for a ball. The count goes to 2-1. Conley on the mound, having troubles but recovering from them. Here's a pitch. Low in the dirt.
Conley's working hard to get Rosberg to go after his pitch and pitching him carefully, and now at 3-1, he's got to come in.
Nobody on the base paths as there's 2 out. 3-1 pitch. Called strike. It's going to go to a full count. Rosberg, of course, batting first in the lineup. In the on-deck circle, we have Mooney. That, of course, is if Rosberg can get on base. Here's a pitch. Down low for a ball. He walked him. That is the 3rd walk registered by Conley. Pat Mooney coming up. Left-handed hitter.
Number 12.
Pat's batting second in the lineup for Hutchinson. 2 away, man on first base. Conley stepping onto the mound there. Rosberg taking his lead. Pitch in there for a strike. Called strike 1.
Right on the knees. Fastball. A place where most hitters won't swing because they can't hit it there anyway.
0-1 count. Batter wants a bit of timeout, kick around some sand, make sure he's got his footing. Here's a pitch from Conley. Ground ball hits Conley. He picks it up and throws it over to first. 3rd out there, retires the side. It hit Conley and came back 10 feet in the other direction. He not stunned enough to pick it up, and with the score, Jacobsen 4 and Hutchinson 2. We'll be back right after this.
Three, two, one, blast off! Joey, where are you going? To the library. I'm going to enter worlds beyond. Would you wait for me? Okay. Hi, I'm Todd Oliver, and this is my pal Joey. That's me, that's us. Kids, we want to let you know that you can enter worlds beyond by going to your library this summer. Yeah, we're full of magicians, jugglers, storytellers, fantastic programs. Yeah, and us too, huh, Todd? Yes, Joey, and it's all free this summer at your local library. So enter worlds beyond. See you at the library. Check it out.
Welcome back to Donaldson Field in Richfield. Christopher Glenn along with Sam Rockwood on Group W Cable Sports. Sam was just telling me right immediately underneath the press box, a whole row reserved for scouts. They are representing who? Mostly college teams, you assume?
Oh, Alex Giuliani from Twins is there. Representative from the Cubs. One from the Kansas City Royals. And the rest of them I can't see, but Giuliani always has a good-looking sweater and a golf hat on.
Can't miss him, of course. Angelo Giuliani, former Twins star. There you see the first pitch. Called the ball. Dale Irving at bat. Here's the pitch. Swung on, fouled back. That'll get out of here. Hit some of the fans back there. Lights are kicking in now as they're taking over the natural light, which has gone away for the day. 4-2 the score in favor of Jacobsen. Here's a pitch. In there for a strike. Count goes to 1-2 now on Dale Irving. Here's the pitch. Swung on, ground ball to the third base line. Hops over his head. Gets gets in there with a single. Now that took a hop if it went all the way over the third baseman. Dune standing there, crouching over to field that ball properly, and it bounced right over his head. Bad hop.
It came off the lip of the grass and just took off.
Greg Spanier coming at bat now for the Jacobsen team. Top of the 6th inning. We play 7 here in American Legion Baseball. Spanier has a hit and a run in 3 at-bats. Batting right-handed. Here's a pitch. Down low for a ball. Looking at the at-bat circles, Jacobsen's has no more J in it like it used to. The H over on Hutchinson's is still there. I think they stand back a bit further. They don't want to ruin their nice little emblem there. That pitch goes wide, down in the dirt.
Well, Jacobsen does something that I like to see. They not only have one on-deck batter, they have a second one, so that they're in the game and psyched up for their turn at bat. Sometimes the umpires won't let you do that, but it does help a batter to be out there and closer to the batter's box to see what's happening.
Of course, the situation now, one man on first base. That would be Dale Irving with Greg Spanier at bat. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Tries for a bunt, misses it. Irving back to first in time. It'll go to a 2-2 count.
Apparently the Jacobsen coaches figure that one more run would put this game out of reach in the 6th inning, and so they've turned to a little strategy of bunting.
Of course, I believe if you bunt on the with 2 strikes and it goes foul,
you're out.
You're out.
It counts just as a strike. It's a strikeout.
Otherwise, you can bunt all day.
But he won't be.
He'll be swinging. There you see it. Shortstop, bad hop. Runner going to third, being waved around, stopping at third base. Another bad hop off that infield, and I assume with its good condition when we came here, it's just that a lot of hard play has caused it to have some holes in there. Irving advances to third base. Spanier on first.
Well, that was an unfortunate hop for Rosberg, but because it was a tailor-made double play, the only thing that would take that out, if you played indoors on artificial surface, you might not have a hop like that, but be awful to miss an evening like this by being indoors.
Of course, one of the reasons why it is tonight is because last night the game was scheduled to be played, and the rains just called that whole thing off.
Well, that helped a little bit with Hutchinson's pitching problems, but now they're doing some shifting of players, and
at the mound,
now they're warming up new pitcher.
Here we hear it.
Kyle Messner, number 15. Moving from third base to right.
Kyle Messner.
The pitcher, number 20, Joey Hadley, will play at third base.
So Hafley moving to third base. And the third baseman, Dune, must be moving out to right field. And Messner, Kyle Messner, the right fielder, coming in to pitch.
Well, that's too bad for Jay Hafley, because it wasn't his fault. There were 2 bad hops that now have Hutchinson in trouble with runners first and third and nobody out. Bad hops are as much a baseball as errors and balls and strikes. Both of them be scored as hits the way they hop, but that's the way the game is some days.
Vince Pallion coming at bat for Jacobsen. The pitcher still trying to get his act together, making sure he's ready to try to close out this game. Top of the 6th inning, 4-2 score in favor of Jacobsen. lights have pretty much taken over here as far as lighting up the field goes. At bat, number 7, Vince Pallion. Pallion, of course, playing at shortstop for Jacobsen. Looking at what he's done, he got on a walk and an error and has 1 hit. So he's got on base 3 times. And he has another opportunity here with a man on first. And third. Can't forget him. Lead runner. Messner's pitch. That's called a ball.
The Hutchinson infield is in, looking for a play at the plate. But Pallion isn't going to bunt. He's going to try to hit the ball hard through somebody.
Maybe bloop it over that infield. Playing in is always a dangerous.
A lot of room.
Playing in is a dangerous play if there's a lot of room between the outfielders and the infielders when that defense is called for. 4-2 the score in favor of Jacobsen. Men on first and third with Vince Pallion at the plate. Here's a pitch. Doesn't want to swing at that one as it's up high. The count goes to 3-0. We don't want to see Messner walk him. This is Messner's first man to pitch to. He came in from right field.
Well, he came into a tough spot. Runners first and third, and Pallion up.
It's in there for a strike. The count goes to 3-1. Of course, Halfley, who was in pitching, moved to third base. The third baseman, I believe that was Dune, moved out into right field. So a 3-way shift there. There's a pitch. Called strike. It'll go to a full count. There's no outs here in the top of the 6th.
That's a good comeback.
Here's a pitch. Swung on high, fly ball going in the gap in left center field. Over to get it. The left fielder, that would be Kramer.
And the runner scores.
Runner
third.
scores.
Now it's 5-2 ball game.
Line to deep left field. Irving comes home to score. Tim Manning coming up at bat now. There's 1 away. Man still on first base. He doesn't try to go because they knew that the man on third was going to make it home no matter what, so they didn't try to go at the play.
Yeah, that was a little too deep to have a chance
Throw
at
to
him at
first.
the plate.
Pallion over at first base. Tim Manning at the plate. It's inside. He lets that one go by. The count now goes to 1-0. Mike Hansen started off this inning, and he'll be on deck after this one. Omar Vaca in the on-deck circle at the moment. He's still wearing his knee pads. He'll take them off right away if Manning gets on base. Only 1 out here. Opportunity for a double play with a man on first. Here's a pitch. Fouled off.
With 1 out, Vaca's leaving his shin guards on, not because he's a pessimist, but just that's kind of a baseball superstition. Catcher saves all his energy.
Takes him off. He'll have to put him back on
if
if something
hit into
bad
a double
happens.
play, he just have to put him back on again. So
2-1 pitch. Popped up. That'll be a souvenir. Almost hit the police car over there.
That would have drawn a real roar of approval, wouldn't it, if it had?
I would suppose. Of course, the law enforcement here for a purpose. Control the crowd, who's been real good tonight. Fouled off. It's still fair. Trying for the double play. Can't get it in time. The overthrow.
Where's the catcher going?
So Manning hits one to third base. He gets on the fielder's choice. The throw goes over to get Spanier out. 5-4. Now I have everybody in this inning as being up, so I have to find out where we are. It'd be Omar Vaca moving over. Omar. Okay.
Omar has a hit.
Omar hasn't hit yet. He'll be the...
He had a hit in the first inning and fielder's choice in the second, and grounded out second to first in the fifth.
With the lights being kicked on now and no more sun, we'll correct the color on our cameras for you so you can get a better picture there. Omar Vaca at bat now for Jacobsen. Right-handed batter. It's in there for a strike called. They are 2 away. 0-1 count now to Omar Vaca. Here's a pitch. Down low for a ball. The count goes to 1-1.
Yeah, number one led off.
Here's a pitch. Swung on. There's another souvenir. A little bit farther this time. Looks like possibly a couple of those lights up there has been hit as they're burnt out.
Well, not all the lights are the same, Chris. There are two kinds of lights up there. Different, one sort of a...
It gets through the infield there. Omar Vaca on a single advances Tim Manning over to second base. Looks like some of those lights have a bluer tint and maybe not as much intensity. The center field lights look to have a lot of intensity there. Maybe it might be the angle that we're looking at them.
Maybe.
At bat coming up.
I don't know much about lights. All I know is I like a lot of light.
A lot of light here. Doesn't seem to be too bright tonight.
When you get old, you want more light.
Kind of like Municipal Stadium. That was very well lit for the state tournament. That was really beautiful. There's a series of, let's see, 4 and 4 more. That'd be a total of 8 poles with about 8 lights apiece on them.
That compares with 12 poles at Municipal Stadium with probably another deck of lights, double the number of lights that each of these poles have. This big hitter here.
Hansen, of course, started off the inning. Here's a pitch. Hansen singled into center field, but then was thrown out at second base.
Irving started.
Now I find out where my mistake was. Sam's telling me that Irving started the inning. I kind of thought, they're playing well, but not well enough to have gone through all the batters. I started keeping my 6th inning score in the 5th inning category. Now I got everybody piled up on top of each other. Either way, the score is still the same, 5-2.
Hansen has drawn a walk, and that brings up powerful Craig Kretsch.
Craig. I've learned to pronounce that name from the very beginning. He's a rather big man, and I don't want to mistake that one on the air.
Yeah, let's be nice to him.
Batting right-handed, he, of course, had that awesome home run over the left field wall. Here's the pitch to him with the bases loaded. Ground ball just foul down the right field line. If that one would have hit at the right point, it would have been definitely a double, scoring 3 runs, but can't quite get that one in. So looking at that one, Hansen on base, I believe there. 2 away. Trying to count out what happened here. Either way, Craig at the plate. Messner on the mound. Here's a pitch. Down low for a ball. The count goes to 1-1.
If there's a crucial time in a ball game, it's right now with this batter.
Bases loaded. 2 outs. 1-1 count to Craig. Here's the pitch. It's up high for a ball. The count will go to 2-1. Craig hit one over the 325 marker over a 15-foot wall in left. Looking at the measurements, 325 in left, 355 in center, and 325 once again out in right field. Here's the pitch. There's a nice hit. Going to the center fielder. Can't drop in. Caught. retires the side, and if that one would have dropped a little more to the left, it would have changed the ball game totally.
That's one of the cases where he got the pitch he wanted, he hit it the way he wanted it, and the center fielder got in front of it.
And with the score, Jacobsen 5 and Hutchinson 2. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back to Donaldson Field at Richfield. Christopher Glenn along with Sam Rockwood looking at the bottom of the 6th inning with a 5-2 score in favor of Jacobsen Memorial. There's a nice hit, clipped down the left field line. That'll get in there for a base hit. That was, I believe, number 26, Brian Gillis. So he gets a single into left field, and coming up at bat now will be Kramer. Larry Kramer, number 29. Crowd is cheering. They're behind by something.
I think that was...
Let's see who comes at bat now.
That was Marquardt, I think.
Either way, 26, that would be number 26. That'd be Brian Gillis at bat now. That was Marquardt. You were right, Sam.
Marquardt, he hit that ball with authority. That was out there. That was a rope.
You must have, such a pro on the subject, recognized the swing.
No, Marquardt is a whole lot bigger than Gillis. Marquardt is, he's got to be a tackle. He is a well-built young man.
So with the seasons changing, looking at all these ball players as what they're going to do on the football field.
There's a little bit of football in the air tonight.
Yeah, must be. And of course, the football practices for almost all schools have started already. Yep. Hard workouts. Some of them with 2, maybe 3 a day. Of course, the third one a lot of times is specialized practices for quarterbacks and that. That pitch is up high for a ball.
So one thing these ball players are avoiding is that first week or 2 of football practice that's drudgery.
And of course, looking at the local origination schedule for this fall, we cover 4 football games, starting off with one on the 30th of August, Coon Rapids at Ramsey, following through a whole season's worth of football. So watch that on Group W Cable Local Origination Station Channel 12 for all the times and dates of those games. Gillis at bat now. Right-handed hitter. Conley still on the mound for Jacobsen. Here's a pitch.
There's a base hit to right.
Blooper into right field. There will be 2 men on, 5-2 the score. So the tying run is coming to the plate in the bottom of the 6th inning. Nobody out here. The crowd really getting up now behind their Hutchinson team. So now I believe this will be Larry Kramer. There we verify it, number 29, Larry
here
Kramer.
Comes Tony Vaca.
They call timeout. They're going out to have a conference on the mound. In the bullpen, can't tell who's warming up. They're wearing a jacket at the moment. But if you were to have a guess, who would you guess would be out there? Do you have any guess whatsoever who would be warming up in that pen?
Probably Dufault.
But Mark Dufault, seeing how he's been playing lately. Number 2. Can't really tell yet. Either way, Conley's going to get a while to try to get out of this slump. Bottom of the 6th inning, and with the men on first and second, they wouldn't want to lose it here. So Mr. Vaca very concerned.
The whole team looks concerned. They're all on the top step of the dugout. This is very crucial right here.
Here's a pitch. Down low in the dirt, the count goes to 1-0. Getting a little chilly out. I'm sure the players aren't affected by it as their minds are elsewhere. On the game, hopefully. With the score 5-2. Here's a pitch. Called ball 2. The count goes to 2-0 now.
There's a lot of adrenaline running out there. Here we got a pitching change.
Coming out, they will change pitchers. Got behind them 2-0, and they don't want to make a mistake here. Hopefully, the pitcher is very warmed up. Let's see who will be coming in. Of course, Conley getting lots of congratulations. He played a good game. just kept losing controls at the wrong time. Looks like number 20, that should be Dan Schultz. Dan Schultz coming in.
Oh, Schultz is going to third base.
He's going to third. The third baseman then would be Spanier.
No.
Looks like number 7.
This is Pallion warming up.
Pallion, that's confirmed.
Pallion
number 7.
warming up.
So Pallion now. Let's see where Spanier went. Spanier must have moved over to shortstop. The PA announcer will confirm that shortly. Of course, Pallion feels confident, I'm sure, that he can put these guys out.
Pallion's done a lot of excellent relief work for Jacobsen Memorial through the year. You don't really like to use your shortstop as a pitcher because it's hard to, you throw differently. And it takes a lot out of a shortstop. But they don't have another game until next Thursday, I understand. If they win this game here, or if they play at New Ulm, they play on Wednesday. That's over a week, so all the stops are out now.
In the immediate future, they have to win the game 5-2, the lead posted by Jacobsen. Following the game, I assume they'll enjoy themselves and relax. They've earned the title, whomever it may be. At this point, it looks like Jacobsen, but there's no saying who. With Larry Kramer at bat and the men on first and second. Bottom of the 6th inning here at Donaldson Field.
Jim Conley did a good job because he kept a very good hitting ball club to 2 runs through 5 innings, and that's all any coach could ask.
There's a pitch, gets away, the runners will advance. Omar Vaca going back to recover, but the runners advance to second and third base. So runners advance there.
Well, Kramer is the number 5 hitter, and if they're going to make it happen, they've got to do it this inning.
There's a pitch. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. High ball into right field. 3 people going over for it in foul territory. He comes up with it. Run coming home. Not in time. 1 run will score.
Oh, that was a super catch.
So score goes to 5-3 now with a man on third.
Dale Irving went 120 feet to get that ball behind first base in the bullpen.
Irving, of course, playing second base there, coming back for that ball. .5-3 the score in favor of Jacobsen. 1 away.
Here's that good-looking hitter, Kyle Messner again.
Messner, of course, pitching at the present. 1 hopper, throw over to first, and he's out of there. 6-3, 2 retired.
Hutchinson, number 19, Larry Ulrich, coach 18 Ulrich.
Gene Ulrich coming up now. He plays center field for the Hutchinson team. Man on third, and here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 1 called. Alien on the mound. Here's a pitch. Fouled off. That's another souvenir. Count goes to 0-2 with 2 away. Critical situation. 1 little hit will score the runner on third, which will bring him within 1. Here's a pitch.
There it
Gets
is.
away. The run's coming home now. He's there in time, and they're within 1. 5-4 the score in favor of Jacobsen. Hutchinson threatening. They're only 1 run behind now in the bottom of the 6th inning.
That's unfortunate. That came with a count of 2 strikes, no balls, and
struck him out to end the inning. 2 runs scored, though. 5-4 in favor of Jacobsen. And as I said, with the score 5-4, we'll be back with the top of the 7th inning right after this.
This is a picture of Chris, a photograph of the 23 pairs of chromosomes in his body. The 21st pair is different. No one really understands why or how, but it means that Chris has Down syndrome. Until we know more, all we can do is help Chris try to live a normal life. The Association for Retarded Citizens, the ARC, does just that. By supporting the ARC, you can help Chris too.
I've just been going over your file. When you walked in here and said, I want to be a salesman, I wouldn't have bet a nickel on your chances. Sales takes hard work, tenacity, and guts. And frankly, I didn't think you had it. But I was wrong. Because now here you are, our newest district manager.
All I ever needed was a chance.
Everybody deserves a chance to make it on their own, and there are things you can do to help. Write National Urban League.
Welcome back to Donaldson Field in Richfield. Christopher Glenn along with Sam Rockwood. Top of the 7th inning. Score 5-4 in favor of Jacobsen. Coming up at bat, number 15. I believe that's Manning. I'll have to check on that.
No, that's Ken Manning.
2 Mannings,
center
of course,
fielder.
playing here. Tim and Ken. Ken's in center, Tim's in left. Right-handed batter. This is the last inning. A 1-run score, or 1-run difference, rather. Jacobsen 5-4. They'll try to pad that lead. And if they can't, they should put a couple runs on the board because a lot of threatening plays there, meaning threatening to score by Hutchinson. Here's the pitch. Called ball. The count 1-0. Crowd getting involved now in this game. Here's a pitch. Down low for a ball. The count goes to 2-0.
Yeah, the crowd's roaring with every pitch now.
Here's a pitch. It's in there for a strike. Manning had a strikeout, a walk, and a single to center. Popped up along the first base line, going over to get it. He has it. That's Marquardt over at first base. So there's one away here. And number 20, let's check. He came in at third base, Dan Schultz.
Number 20, Dan Schultz.
So this will be his first appearance of the game. Batting left-handed. Not seeing too many left-handed batters tonight. Here's a pitch. It's in there for a strike, 0-1. Pitch. Down low in the dirt, and the count goes to 0-2. At deck, Irving. Or on deck, rather. Back to the pitcher, throw over to first. One hopper throw. Gets him in time.
You know, Chris, I don't know how many times you see that. The pitcher should have one of the best arms on the team. He gets a comeback or ground ball and then usually makes the worst throw to first that there is. That ball didn't even get to first.
I guess I'm wondering how we should score that. 1 ground 3, maybe.
Yes, I think we were fortunate. It was a lucky hop for the first baseman, but that's the way it goes sometimes.
Dale Irving at the plate now for Jacobsen. Down low, the count to him goes on 2-0. He's batting right-handed there. Batting first in the lineup for Jacobsen. Here's the pitch. It's called ball 3. The count goes to 3-0. A lot of the players wearing jackets when they're not on the field to keep warm. Count goes to 3-1 now. Swung on, fouled back.
Mester's been very good. He gets behind 3-0 and then he comes back. He's done a
Full
good job.
count now with 2 outs. Last chance to pad their lead. Swung on, fouled back. Looked like it was going to hit a light there for the second.
Now, Mester came in last inning with runners in first and third and nobody out, and has shut Jacobsen down with only 1 run. And he hasn't, he walked 1. He provided one base runner, but he got the third out before anything else could happen.
Here's a pitch. He walks him. So with 2 away, a man on first, and coming up at bat, Greg Spanier. That last foul looked like it almost was about to hit the lights. Just missed it. Maybe trying to recapture some of the momentum in the Natural movie. Robert Redford hit one, and the lights exploded like fireworks. Special effects there.
And the lightning came down and hit his bat.
Yeah.
I don't think we'll have any lightning tonight.
And of course, also, he hit the cover off the ball literally in that movie.
Yep.
Being portrayed
great movie.
Baseball superstar. Things you hear of but never really see. One of the great legends. I think his name in that movie was Roy Hobbs.
That's correct.
At bat now, we have Greg Spanier trying to do some of the same magic. That pitch goes for a strike. The count goes to 1-1. Top of the 7th inning here at Donaldson Field. 5-4 lead with a man on first. Jacobsen at the plate. Spanier ground ball up the middle. Second baseman has it. Throw over to second base. Retires the side. So we'll be going to the bottom of the 7th inning with a score 5-4. So with the score 5-4, we'll be back right after this. Welcome back to Donaldson Field in Richfield for the last half of the inning. Here at the field, 5-4 in favor of Jacobsen. At bat coming up will be number 14, Jim Doon, to try to tie up this ball game. On the mound now, Vince Palian. Players in the bullpen warming up in case something should happen. They only have a 1-run lead. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Swung on, it looked like it might have ticked. Either way, the count goes to 0-2.
Those are both fastballs that were in on him before he was ready. I'll bet he doesn't see anything but another fastball now.
Right-handed batter. Steps out of the box for a second. Here's a pitch. The fans thought it was a strike.
That must have been close.
But they called it a ball. A couple different reactions coming. The count 1-2 on Dune. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. So they're only 2 outs away from a state American Legion championship. I'd like to once again go through our technical staff for this game. They've done an excellent job. Out in center field, Jeff Scroga on camera. Wayne Powers in on the third base line camera. In the truck, we have Rich Kemp, Terry Murphy, and Kyle Gall. Coming at bat now, number 20. That would be Jay Hafley. Hafley came into the game when he was a substitute pitcher. And then, let's see what he did there. This is his first at-bat, I believe. No, I'm incorrect there. He had a single and a ground ball to the second baseman. The starting pitcher didn't have any at-bats at all. One away, 5-4 score. Here's a pitch. Called the ball, 3-0 count.
The last thing that Callion or Jacobsen wants to do is to give Hutchinson a base runner, because then anything can happen.
Here's a pitch. Called for a strike. The count goes to 3-1. Swung on, ticked back. Full count with 1 away. 1 second, the lights just went out.
Some lights just went out.
I don't know if they'll hold up the game for that. It looks like they want to hold up the game and find out what happened.
Yeah.
Center field light went out too.
They'll have to. I don't think this is enough light.
I think Hutchinson will buy the time, whether they, it's just to get some stuff together. It looks like just a fuse because they cut out right away. And if that's the case, they might take a little while to warm up too.
Here comes
there we see a couple of the other lights flickering now.
Mr. Lindgren, who is the one of the chairman of the event of the tournament. He's telling George Fisher, the plate umpire, what the story is on the lights.
I sure hope they can get him back on. We wouldn't want this game to end in a dispute of all things.
No. It looks like one of the lights beginning to come back on.
Yeah, we see that now. Both the lights are starting to warm up.
Just a little while.
The mercury vapor lights will take a while to warm up there.
Chris, while we're waiting for the lights to come on, I walked in the other day and I found a penny. And I gave it to Bob Tonkin because anytime you find a penny, it's supposed to be good luck. And he put it in his pocket, and they had pretty good luck in that particular game. And he told me a little while ago he's got 13 pennies now.
Well,
sometimes
13
it's nice.
Might be unlucky too.
Well, I'm sure he could come up with a 14th without too much trouble. A lot of superstition in baseball. That's why the lines on the field often stay together longer than you'd think, because people won't walk on a baseline.
Well, with this break in the action, we're going to go to a public service announcement, and we'll be back right after this.
Oh, that's too bad.
Welcome back. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. There's 2 away now. They're just 1 out away from a state championship. Having a little difficulty with the lights. They decided not to turn them back on. They're trying. They'll take a while to warm up, but by that time the game will be over. 5-4 score in favor of Jacobsen. 2 away. Coming at bat, number 17, Andy Rosberg. Andy, of course, had that home run over the center field wall. Earlier in the game, that would be in the 3rd inning. So he might try to tie this up with one big shot. There's a pitch. He just stands there and watches that one.
Well, it's not over till it's over. This one isn't going to be over until it's over.
We always have to remember that possibility. Anything can happen. They're only 1 run away from tying this game. 2-0 pitch. Gets over him for ball 3.
Doesn't look like the rest of those lights are coming on.
know too much about lights, but doesn't look like maybe they're burnt out. I don't see how all lights could burn out at the same time. Maybe some kind of a surge.
That's ball 4.
He walks them.
Oh, Hutchinson is still alive.
Pat Mooney coming up now with a man on first base.
Let's see, what's Mooney done?
I have him here as being up 3 times to making all 3 outs.
He hasn't had a hit yet, so let's just say he's due and see what happens.
If he makes a good hit here, one over the wall would win the game for him. But of course, Hutchinson would have to win twice in order to take this championship away. Doesn't look like that's going to happen, but as you said, anything can happen. Craig coming over to talk, then goes back to first base. Here's a pitch. Called for a strike. The count goes to 1-1.
They're very careful holding that runner on first because he's the tying run. And with 2 outs, they don't want him to get too much of a start.
Swing and a miss for strike 2. The lights here, they turned them on long before they needed them, which indicates that it does take a while for them to light up. Only 1 strike away from a state championship. Hallion on the mound for Jacobsen. Here's a pitch. Let that one drift by for a ball. 2-2 count. Light still flickering. Here's a pitch. Swung on, is coming back. It's behind me, so that one's out of here.
Chris, nobody's left. All the fans are here.
And I don't think nobody wants to chase that one down and miss the action either.
There are more people here now than when the game started. By probably a couple hundred.
2-2 count with 2 away. 5-4 score in the bottom of the 7th inning. There's a pitch. Line drive over to catches it. A beautiful catch. A beautiful catch there to end the ball game. That's the play to end it on. So a state championship for the Jacobsen Memorial team. I'd like to thank you for being here, Sam, and for my executive producer, Rich Kemp, and all the people in the Group W Cable Sports crew. I'm Christopher Glenn. Thanks for watching.